And here we are. We are live once again.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
Number 3.
Okay, and we are live. Take 3 or 4. I'm not sure which.
Oh, right.
Got an intro here, guys. Okay, welcome everyone to the very first episode of the Drone Rogues. We've got drones in the sky, caffeine in our cups, and about 47% of a flight land. So naturally, we're cleared for takeoff. I'm John Gregory, your pirate captain on this rogue voyage, charting skies, dodging seagulls, and pretending I know what all of these buttons do. And with me is Josh Primack, the chief engineer and throttleman, the guy who actually makes stuff work around here. And if it's broken, he'll fix it. If it's working, he'll probably still take it apart and make it better or louder. We're here to talk drones, tech, aerial hijinks, and the occasional crash landing, because it's what's an adventure without a little smoke and panic. So tighten your straps, launch your rotors, and be prepared for a show that's high altitude. The jokes are questionable, and the crew as well. It's just us, the Drone Rogues. So welcome, everyone.
Hey everyone, how you doing tonight? I think we finally got it, John.
I hope so. We'll see.
Chat's live. Everyone's saying they're hearing us and seeing us again, so we're good.
Great. Sorry, guys, for the little mix-ups there. It's just, we're learning, coming along little by little. But we've got our first guest on tonight, and rightly so. It's the famous Scott France. He's everybody knows him and loves him, and we figure it was just apropos that he comes on first.
Yeah, I mean,
Orange just killed a rabbit. They blame it on me. They say it's my fault.
Maybe that was intentional. I don't know.
I brought the chaos.
Yeah, I couldn't see starting this show, Scott, without having a Hugh on it. I just absolutely couldn't. So I am thrilled that you're here. I'm thrilled that you're the very first one on our show. Probably won't be the last time. So,
well, I'm just excited to know you guys are going to fill this spot, and I know you're going to do a good show. And I'm excited. Ray says he doesn't think we're excited, man. I've been so dang excited. I've screwed up my whole day today. So, hello, Ray Kelly.
Yeah, I actually saw his comment there, and I'm like, I don't really think he understands how much we have really put into this, how much thought has been involved, and how excited all of us were. Because when you announced that you were done, John and I both just that hit us hard. So we just couldn't see it end, and we didn't want your slot to go away in the event that you ever wanted to come back in. So we decided that we were going to start up this. So,
well, I think you learned that it's not as easy as it looks.
Nope.
And it won't be the last mistake you make, but you know what? Don't worry about it. You go with it. You got the show on. That's the greatest thing. That's might have been a slight hiccup, but man, if you didn't have one, I would have been shocked.
So,
Yeah, it's been something. It really has. We've been, Josh and I have been putting stuff. I mean, we both are working full-time jobs and just the full-time hobbies, as a matter of fact. But it's been putting everything together and the learning curves and everything else. It's just, you know, I throw it out there that everybody does a live stream. You know, you guys, there's a lot going on back here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It's
Yep.
crazy. And to do it, Scott, for as long as you did it, I mean, you know, again, hats off to you. I mean, that's just like crazy.
I see you got a bunch of good people in the chat.
We sure did.
Yeah.
And I believe the first one was you, Scott. So
Yeah, I guess I'm subscribed. So when I went and clicked, there it was. So I said, let me click it and see what happens. And so I knew that part was set up right. So
yeah, we're pretty. I mean, we got what are we, Josh? We're up to like 23 subscribers already.
we are up to 30 now. So
wow,
from about 3 p.m. on, we gained a few. So
wow, guys, thank you very much. We appreciate it. I mean, obviously, we have no idea what the hell's going on here, but we're gonna have a good time with it. You know what? We're picking up where Scott left off, and we're gonna try to do something. I don't know.
So who has the administration power, the moderator power?
Well, right now, it'd be the captain. I'm trying to relinquish half of that, so it won't be as.
It's you, right?
Yeah.
So guess what? You got something else to worry about because I see Andrew Hiking Flies in there. He's not blue.
All right.
No, I got that aspect of it. So I mean, actually,
yeah.
I got him on there.
Yeah, Josh has got that. Yeah, I've got the Restream side. Josh has got the YouTube side.
Well, I'm telling you, there's a lot to worry about.
Josh does all the wrenching because he's that guy.
You already got John Flynn. Yeah, you're caught up now, aren't you?
Oh, I'm good.
Here we go.
I'm gonna tell you. So y'all doing dual? That's excellent because it will definitely help out a lot.
There we go. I like that. Thank you.
Okay, that better.
Got the wide angle.
Yeah, I was trying to like stay in my.
Yeah, I know. I was having that problem too.
We could put our guest there, Josh. We could do that. How's that? Is that
there you go. I like that even more.
This is what we can really see MASH.
Which Scott, if you weren't going to be our first guest, I was going to put MASH up behind me on the wall.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, it's funny how things happen. I just accidentally left the TV on one time, and then everybody started commenting about MASH all the time. I was like, well, dang, I get more comments out of MASH than anything. So I just started turning it on every time. And, it became a feature, you know. So.
Right. And I think that's something too here. Like we have an identity sort of, but we're going to gain an identity over time. Because as things happen, as I screw up and say something I shouldn't, or we continuously have an intro problem.
Yes.
But just throwing this out there, we're going to keep that intro a while because it shows how much you have inspired us.
Yeah.
And, you know, we wouldn't be doing this if your show didn't exist. So it may change over time, but this is going to be our main one right now. So
and that's one of the things that you have to worry about. You have to worry about thumbnails. You got to worry about intros, outros if you're going to do that. I don't think I ever got to an outro. My outro usually I was running late and long anyway, so it's like, oh crap, I'm already 5 or 10 minutes over. Of course, after this show, Phillips is coming on tonight, so
and
he's going to be on. And
if you guys haven't had enough of us after our show, join Phillips because we'll be there too. So.
Yeah, Josh and I were having a conversation. We're back and forth. We're like, yeah, we're the new hot cheerleader in high school, so we're going to get passed around. Oh my God, everybody on the show. It's like, all right, okay, so we're booked up all night tonight. And I don't know where we're going from here, but God knows it's going to be awesome. It really is. You know, everybody, you guys have really thrown the red carpet out for us, and obviously with all the subscribers. I mean, heck, we're just we're just a couple of drone pilots. We don't know, and we're lone rogue drone pilots. So
that's it. That's it. Though
So
I did finally fly with somebody actually local yesterday for the first time ever. So
Nice.
that's after a while. I'll explain after a while now. Anyway, as you were saying there, Scott.
I'm eating ice.
So, hey, I'm going to just say a quick hi here. We have a lot here in the chat. Ken's out there. Flying Flynn John. Captain Ray's here. Captain Ray, I hope you're actually doing well. Philip Koshat, great to see you here. I'll be seeing you soon. Akarasho, always awesome to have you here. Buckeye Drones, Rick, great to see you. Tusty, of course, man. You were in here early, chatting it up. Awesome having you here, pal. Let's see, RJ Ariels, Ron, great to see you, buddy.
Anyway.
Anybody I missed? Oh, Paul's in here. Nick's in here. Andrew's in here, obviously, as you had said earlier.
Yeah.
Did
Jerry
I miss
Bauer?
anyone?
Jerry Bauer?
Jerry Bauer's in here.
Oh,
Thank
Jerry
you.
Bauer, yeah.
There he is. Yep. With the intro and us getting things going, there was a slight period there that I missed. Oh, there's and brother Bob Casey just joined in.
Hey,
Bob
Bob.
Casey, man. Everybody's complaining about my clock being backwards and everything. Well, I switched. I mirrored the screen, so I don't know if that worked or didn't work.
Yep, it worked perfect.
Yep. Yep, you got it.
Good to see Mr. Bob Casey.
So
Yeah. So I guess I don't know. I mean, guys, we're Josh and I are pretty much just back and forth with all kinds of stuff. We're gonna do what we're looking to do is obviously drone stuff. We're gonna highlight some videos here and there. We're gonna have guests on. Just have a good time with it. Talk about some tech here and there. Get into some racing stuff. Obviously, everybody knows Josh is big into racing. He's got all kinds of. Yeah. Okay. And Josh did, but just so you know, guys, Josh handmade the intro by himself. He did not use AI or anything like that. He went through and actually made it all. He put a lot of time into it.
Say that now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. But listen, he really put his heart and soul into it and getting that flag waving properly and the background music. So, Josh, hats off to you, brother. You did fantastic. Really
thank you.
It was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
The idea actually hit me like out of nowhere, and I'm like, I've got to do this. I've got to do it, and I had an idea of how to do it, and I wasn't happy until it was exactly right. So,
yeah,
well, you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
They want me to play Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, I wonder if we get his copyright strike for that.
Well, see, I wondered about that. I play MASH back there, but I never get anything about that. So
I don't think anybody's looking for money for that anymore, though.
You know what's funny to me? I look at all those shows now, so man, those are all dead people.
not all of them.
I know, but it's pretty darn close now. It's like I watch oh shoot, what Hoss Cartwright, the Cartwright,
yeah.
and all them. And my gosh, it's like holy cow, that was what in the '60s, I think, when they shot that.
Yeah.
'70s maybe.
Yep.
And yeah, I used to watch Hoss Cartwright with Bye Black Sheep. And he was young. He was young in that one. So
yeah, absolutely. Robert Conrad, are you kidding me? I never missed an episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Ray, I'm glad you're doing good, Ray. Glad you're out of the hospital. Everything's doing well. Glad to see you in the chat. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for all your support and pumping up the channel.
Yeah, thank you everybody who has. It's helped
Sing
out.
Like a pirate. Yo ho ho.
There it is.
I'll have to practice on that. I didn't think of that. Yeah, and if you guys got any suggestions for the stream, by all means, please. We're open to suggestions.
Absolutely.
Whatever you guys want to see or anything that we can tweak or do or whatever.
Absolutely.
But
Dusty likes your intro. Josh, excellent job.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you. And Flying Flynn, thank you very much as well. You were definitely part of the inspiration for me to actually go manual. So far doing A-okay with it.
That's exactly right. See, I got to watch a few videos, and you went manual, didn't you?
I sure did.
So when we gonna start calling you Carbon Josh?
Might be sooner than you think.
What did you think about it? What was it like?
After all my time in the sim, I was more concerned about making sure I could just get it in the air, because I knew that it was going to be a different feeling, because in the sim things just seem easier, I think. Once I got it off the ground, which, as you saw, I mean, I did that totally uncut. So what you see in that is from the very start of it till the ending of it. And once I got it in the air, that first minute and a half, I was just trying to get an idea of how it handled. And I know that the Neo is not a very powerful drone, so when you move and turn, it wants to drop a little bit. So you have to be mindful of that and stay on the throttle a bit more. So if you do a swift action, you've got to like be ready to go with it, because it might sink quick on you.
Oh yeah. So which was better, the simulator or the Flying Live?
Flying Live.
So now the simulator probably helped you, but it's not the same, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But like the feeling of what I'm doing, like knowing that, okay, if I'm pointing here, it's going to go there. I just have to control it a little bit more. In the simulator, and I think I saw Johnny say this, it's a little bit more floaty, whereas in actual life, your actions are instant. Whatever you do, you feel it right now.
So my other advice is, when you fly, you can't fly scared. You have to commit and go. You can't be timid about it.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I did it. I first actually flew the Air 3S. Then I actually flew. Hey, we're just starting out, John. Easy on us there. And Paul, I just use my thumbs at the moment. I've tried to pinch, and it just doesn't feel quite extra right to me.
So you're a thumber?
Yeah. I started off in RC cars as a kid before they had the pistol ones. So I was used to analog up and down and that. So to me, it just felt smoother that way, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway,
whatever.
Yeah. But like as soon as I had it off the ground, I'm like, well, that's it. I got it in the air. I've got to do it now. I have to do it. So.
Now, did you said that was your full video? Have you crashed it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I don't recommend it, but but you probably will. So
yeah, the very first flight that I did manual, I took off in normal mode, got it up a little bit, changed over, flew manual for about 30 seconds, realized I didn't have the room I needed to actually learn it, and I just hurried up and hit that button, threw it back in normal again, and that's it. So
now I can tell you, I noticed you didn't land it manual.
No.
You don't go sit there and take your goggles off and sit there and think you're taking pictures of you. So I didn't know you hit the hover button, I guess.
That was more or less showing my friend there. I was like, hey, look at this. When you bring this in, if you're concerned about where your you're landing at, all you gotta do is just hit this button right here. But I mean,
Well,
I did make an approach sooner than that. In that, if you look, where I could come in and I just sort of slow it down and gently actually hover it.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I got that if I need to. So I had an okay feeling of it though.
So all it is now is memory muscle. All you got to do is just keep doing it, and then guess what? You don't even think about it. You just do it.
Right.
And you start doing orbits and start doing a flip or a roll or whatever, and then it just keeps going on. Yeah, landing is a experience. I actually don't think landing is that hard. You come in. I just come in and get it kind of low. Don't come in too hard or fast. And then when I get right to the ground, I just kill the button. I just shut it off, and it just sits there and pops down right there. Now, what I used to do is come in and spin it and land it that way. And that's because I was always coming in hot. So,
yeah. I mean, I also don't like to scratch up mine at first. So as long as it is, as long as it's scratch free, I'll be a little bit cautious. That first scratch I get though, after that it's a.
Well, I may agree with you. I may agree with you with the Neo and all that, but once you get carbon, you can get over that real quick. I got grass stains all over mine. Matter of fact, Ron, I don't know, Ron, I mailed you something, Ron, but I sent him an antenna and the cap came off. So when the cap came off, I went and took electrical tape and taped around it. So it had some kind of protection, but it's going to look kind of ragged. But I ended up giving my only 03 unit to him. And but it's got grass stains on it too. So I didn't clean it up that much.
Well, I mean, there's a good possibility that I will be going with a non-DJI FPV style drone here. Maybe
wow.
If it's non, are we talking about walk snail or?
Well, it'll still be a DJI unit on it, but it's not going to be a DJI drone.
It's a carbon drone. It's man-made. It's custom made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks.
Heard it here first. That's for sure. So anyway, hey, Scott and
Yes,
John, I don't know if you're ready on this or not, but much like every other show, we are going to feature a video of possibly whatever guest is on or maybe somebody else. But I picked one of yours that I personally like. And if John's able to actually cue it up here in a minute, I'd like to get your commentary on it, if you don't mind.
Well, curious of which one you're bringing up.
But
I don't have a lot of them.
It's probably one of the first ones of yours that I think once I got more involved, I think it was one of the first of yours that I remember seeing new. So,
well, I'm curious to see what it is.
Here we go.
And now Warren's saying that he raced bikes. I would like to see that. So,
all right, here we go. Share screen.
All right, here we go.
It's live.
Yeah.
No pressure, John.
Okay, no pressure whatsoever. How's that?
You're sharing the entire screens.
The only thing that we're seeing is that. So if there's
you might share the wrong screen. That's what I got, screen 1 and screen 2, and sometimes I get the wrong screen.
Okay.
I can cue it up and share it off of mine if you want.
Okay.
And then Scott will have to actually commentate it because it won't have audio.
Okay.
Well, that's probably good because I probably get a copyright claim on you because I never worried about music. So this is actually my wife. This is what she said. We do have music.
It might be coming over my microphone now.
Yeah, well, here's the bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So me and my wife built this she shed. And that's her Kubota. I love that tractor. She won't hardly let me drive it though. Yeah, we did almost 100% of the work to ourselves. The only thing we didn't do is electrical work, but everything else we did. That place looks a lot different now because we've cut quite a few trees.
Which just means that you'll have to actually have an updated one on it.
Yeah,
I turned down the volume on it, so anyone who's complaining about the sound, is it okay now?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Alex. Welcome
yeah, that
aboard.
was fun. Oh, so I must have. So this is. Wow, I didn't even remember this one. Oh, you know what? I put this together for their show.
Okay. The aspect of this I liked is that you had footage from on the ground. You had footage from in the air. You know, to me, actually, that's cool. Being able to actually slice in that. So
let me tell you why that video came about. They told me they wanted me on their show, and they were all worried about music and copyright because I guess they copyright does mean something to them. And I'm like, well, dang, man, I don't have any videos that doesn't have. I always go play something you want to hear. So I said, well, shoot, let me put something together real quick. So I think I took a couple of my videos and then took the sound out. And so I guess that's why I got a compilation of a couple of different ones, when it's earlier when I was flying the FPV through it and we were building it. And then later on when we'd put the metal building up there in the back. So, but I was the FPV featured guest on their show. So I said, well, shoot, it's got to be FPV. So I went and pulled some of my FPV shooting. So, but, yeah, because the one where I was hammering, that's I was playing a hardworking man or something like that, So they made me take it off.
That's crazy. They get it. I'll tell you what, that's the thing. You got to keep your eyes open. You never know.
Man, Bob's not kidding. We are somewhat building a little compound there. So one reason why, my latest video is them actually cutting some of the timber off our property. But why we're doing it that way is normally we would have just paid somebody to come in there and clear the land that we wanted. And my wife said, you know what? She didn't want any pine trees around the house. And I'm with her because I will tell you, pine trees, or the damage I see, they tend to chop like an axe and they will cut through your house. Whereas, oak tree or anything like that has more branching and it'll still hurt your house, but it kind of spreads out the load. And it punches holes more than it does chopping. So we went and had some of these trees cut. And so that's what I'm going to be doing next is cleaning up after that. He's still there. You guys have probably seen my video. Matter of fact, even in that video, I had that big oak tree right there in front of the metal building. It's not there as of today.
Oh, wow.
There were two of them there. And I had no intentions of cutting that tree down, but when the other tree went down on its own, I said, I don't want this building, I don't want my metal building getting messed up. So we decided to take it down and we're going to plant something there that we can control or watch it grow. Because
Ray, you're probably not wrong on that. Scott, do you have anything to say about Ray's comment?
You would. I'm not sure I bought my new drone yet. now, let me tell you, the way we're cutting trees too is not normal either. The poor guy, he's not making a lot of money off us because we had spots of pine trees. and so it's selective cutting. So they're not getting that much wood off of it, but you don't make that much money off of it either. It's hate to say it, it might cost a bunch in Lowe's, but it doesn't cost much to get it out of the tree. So Bob's not kidding. The pollen off a pine tree is unbelievable too.
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah, my wife is a smart woman. There's no doubt about it, and a hard-working woman too. When I say that's her tractor, we went and bought myself a truck. Matter of fact, there's a story with this. I had a tree fall on my office, and we had already knew it was going to be a problem. And it was not. It's always my neighbor's tree that falls on my stuff. So we actually had the office has been hit twice with trees, and the first time was my tree. So I cut it off, and then we got an arborist come in here and says, all right, this tree's coming down, but it was the neighbor's tree. Actually, that office been hit 3 times.
Remind me, don't invite me over, Scott. I'm all
well, you'll understand why we're cutting trees right now.
Yes.
The one time I was underneath the tree when it hit, and literally it came down and was right over my head. And what I learned from that was when you hear the noise and you dive underneath the desk, it's too late.
Wow.
Because you're hearing the crashing noise. I dove underneath the desk, but it was already on top of me. And when I came up, it literally, you got the back of the chair and the tree was going over like this in front of me. And it just missed my desk too. I mean, it didn't mess my desk up either.
Wow, that's luck right there.
It was a tree that big. It was a big tree.
Oh, man.
But anyway, because of that, we didn't have just an insurance claim. We had a liability claim. Therefore, I went and got a track. I was buying me a new truck, and the next thing I know, we're going down the road to buy a new tractor. I was like, how the hell are we doing this? She negotiated the settlement too. So
there you go.
Absolutely. Oh,
the funny thing is that tractor there is an old grave digger. We bought it used, and it used to dig graves. So if I disappear, look underneath the rose garden.
Or if we hear about anything happening in that area, people just vanishing all the time. You're like, no wonder Scott no longer does his show in the evenings.
Yeah. We'll have to get a hold of Johnny, because I think Johnny can find anybody. He's pretty good when it comes to graveyards.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I got a little bit of history, doggone it. It's not always been fun. But,
God's sakes, that's crazy. Unbelievable. So, Scott, what's your next time to drone? You got to go droning? I mean, I know you're putting an awful lot of work in between the compound and the house and everything else. Where are you headed? What direction?
So this is my latest purchase.
Ooh.
And so now I got to I want to thank Lon Denard for the case that it's in. I got back Sunday, and this was on my doorstep. But so that's what I have bought.
Oh, congratulations. Very nice.
That is the Mavic 3 Pro.
Very nice.
I think it was Johnny was joking around and said, I don't fly FPV anymore. I'm just a camera drone guy now. But that's not true, because man, what I love about a drone is you can get in a dangerous situation and put the drone right there and not be fearful of getting hurt. I flew that drone all around this guy cutting these trees, and that was my latest video that I put out. And later on, I want to get some B-roll, so I'm up there with the camera by this equipment. And I got to tell you, I was like, holy crap, I got to keep my head on a swivel so this guy doesn't accidentally back into me. But when I put that drone right there, I'll put it right in his face. I got that big old arm swinging around, and I know I got to keep my drone out of the way so it doesn't get hit. But I can literally put it right up there. But with that Mavic 3 Pro, literally, you sit out in the field and zoom in, and
wow.
that's what I did too. So So I Saturday and Sunday those guys do their shows, and I was not chatting. And part of the reason why I was not chatting was because I was driving, and the guy that's logging my latest, he wanted me to film him. He wanted me to actually do a little story on him. And I'm not any good at that, so I'm gonna try it anyway. And I told him, I said, look, this is all for fun for me. But he told me his first place he went to work. So Sunday I drove to that place. I found it. He didn't tell me where it was. I found it. And so he didn't know it, but I went and got my Mavic 3 Pro, and he's a logger. So it was where they bring in the timber, and actually it's what am I trying to say? It's a sawmill.
Oh, yeah.
And so I went and flew the sawmill, and he has no idea that's going to be in it. So I'm going to add that into it. So.
Nice. That's going to be cool. So I know Ray asked a question before. Ray wants to know about video editing because he's new to it, but he was saying that what are you using for video editing these days, Scott?
I started out I started out like everybody else did, whatever was on the phone, which movie thing I think he did.
Yep. Yep.
When I decided to finally go buy one, I forgot the name of it. But anyway, I bought it and jumped off of it almost immediately because they had given a bunch of lifetime licenses to people, and they took it away from them.
Oh, wow.
And I said, well, you know what? Just because they did that, I said, I'm not going to stay with them. And so I actually went to DaVinci Resolve, and I'm loving DaVinci Resolve. It's
that's how I do it.
Here we go. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Here's your video. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, I screwed up because I let my wife build this she shed right in my way. I look out and all I see is her building. Now I can tell you, if you sit on her front porch, it's a great view. So I love to see the sunrise. You guys film the sunsets, and I'm gonna tell you, I am a sunrise person for sure. I don't get it. Sunrise, I can predict everything about it. Sunset, you can predict, but my gosh, it's like, how long is it? It's way up in the sky. It's all too bright. Look, you get to start where it's going to be, and then it gets bright and blows it out. But when you do it in sunset, it's reverse. It's all blown out, and then it gets down to what you want it to be. And I just can't figure it out. Phil Moore, that's it. That's exactly it. I had Phil Moore was one I had.
But now that you're using the Mavic 3 Pro, the variable aperture
my God
on there should help you out significantly with that.
All right, Josh, I'm glad I've called myself a rabbit because I swear I've never gone down so many rabbit holes in all my life. And when I was young, I was in 4-H and FFA and all the clubs and stuff that you could be growing up. And I think as a 4-H project, I may have done cameras. And I learned a little bit then, but I never did anything with it. And I really have now. I've gotten to the next step where I really do want to get a mid-level camera. And, I was trying to take pictures of the moon the other day because, man, that farm, you're out there, it's dark. So you get to see all the satellites coming over your heads because you don't see stars anymore. All you see is satellites. But the moon, the cotton-picking moon, and, I get up early in the morning, so I get to see that thing come up and go and move. And by the end of the day, it's over here. And I'm like, man, I want to get some shots of it. But I don't think I got the camera to do it. And I haven't learned. I've been trying to learn how to do it. You open up slow down the shutter speed.
Yep.
What is it?
Well, it depends. So if your picture is too dark, then yes, slow it down. If it's too bright,
a blurry spot right now.
Yeah. if it's too bright though, and it can't see it, that's also an issue too. So, it's dependent on what exact lens it is that you use. but you want to find that happy spot where it can focus on it, obviously, but it's also not going to be so bright that it just blows it out. And
so Josh, you are a camera guy, right?
Right. Yeah.
So let me ask you, what brand do you what do you have? Because that's the other thing. I guess you end up buying a brand that you like, right?
Yeah. I personally like Nikon.
Okay.
The reason I like them is they might not be the absolute best at doing video, but if you're taking still images, I think the image quality that those offer, to my eyes anyway, is just a little bit better. And
So
the other option too is there's so many lenses out there that if you want something specific, it probably is out there. So
yeah, it's that's what I've learned too, is you either buy this brand or that brand, and then you're locked into whatever lenses you buy. And but I think that might be my next purchase. Of course, I got to make sure we got the funds to do it. So yeah,
well,
this was fun watching this, and man,
it really is.
I mean, look at this building. That building, that tree is right by that building, and I don't know if I turn around on this thing, but if you go, if I come around to where the metal building is, there's that big oak tree. Actually, my wife sent the video of him cutting that down today, and I'm like, man, but look at that. He just takes that thing, pulls it away, takes it over, and sets it down where he wants it. That's just amazing to me.
It is. It really is.
And I'm sitting there live watching all this stuff. Actually, this was one of my live shows. And Bob Casey gave me a hard time, said, well, I had snuck off. This was Friday. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make it an early day. And I got because I get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I took off for the farm, hoping he would be here so I could get some of this footage. And so I started filming, I think, it's about 11 o'clock. But I think when I was shooting this, about 2 o'clock. But this is all the area where he's clearing right now is where we'll be able to make us a place to build a house and stuff. I'm not sure exactly where we're going to put it, but we got choices now. So
a lot of choices.
Yeah, but that's he didn't want too big of a pine tree. Some of them were too big, and he ended up leaving them, which I was kind of glad, because one of them is one I dive every now and then.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one there.
It warns to them stalking people now. You know, it's so because this guy did this to me, he says, well, hey, I want you to film me. He said, I'd like to do, and I'm like, what kind of film what do you want? He wanted me to do an interview. That's what he said. He said, will you interview me? I'm like, interview you? You know who I am? But because of that, I said, well, shoot, let me see what I can find out about him. You know, I didn't have much, but I'm telling you, there is too much information out there on all of us. It's too easy to find out stuff. And I actually found out a few things about him that, when I found out about it, I said, wow, that totally changes things. I'm not sure how to go about this. But one sad thing about it, he's had a son that was in a ATV accident, and he didn't make it. So he's this, whatever I put together, he wants me to dedicate it to his son.
Wow, that's great.
And that's one of those things. It's like, holy cow, man, you don't realize which way these things are going. I thought what he wanted was just kind of some video, kind of highlight his work, you know. And technically, it is kind of what it's going to be. But so anyway, somehow I got to get creative and come up with something, and find some time to edit it. I guess that's my other big problem. But since I don't have a show on Monday, I can't do it Monday because I'll be watching your show.
That's like, listen, you just got to get two computers. You can work on one and listen on the other. That's what me and Josh do.
Well, let me tell you, y'all seen my setup. I love this setup. You can get these dang TVs now for I paid $400 or $500. I saw this weekend you can get one for $250.
Wow.
$250. And it's a 48-inch screen. And the one I saw for $250 was a 55-inch screen.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy cow, they're giving them away now. And I thought I had a heck of a deal at it was $400 or $500, you know?
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah,
hey,
I can't believe where it's getting to.
Just wanted to throw out, we have about 10 minutes left here. I don't want to overstep here. So,
yep.
Yes.
Go chat.
Yep. Okay. Do you let's see, Josh, do you want to hit that that other video we had queued up?
Yeah. So the other thing about our show is weekly we're going to try to share a video of either a crash, a fail, something along those lines. And for this week I picked one. It's very short. I don't think I can expand it anymore, so that might be it. I'm sorry, guys. But sorry about the sound. I don't think I can turn it down.
I think just as loud as the sky.
Yeah, there were birds up there everywhere, and
was
I
it
think
DJI?
Yeah,
Mavic drone.
But when it lands, it almost looks like a robot. Like,
it says one crashed by bird.
Yeah,
a bird flew into it.
Right. Now, that's probably the one question on the web that I see posted more than any. How do you prevent birds from attacking your drone? And you see all kinds of things about. You could put red tape on them. You could do this. You could put lights on them. In all honesty, if a bird's going to attack your drone, I think a bird is going to attack your drone. I don't think there's any guaranteed way to keep them off of it.
The one thing I have heard though is if one's going to attack it, go up. Don't go down. Go up.
Yeah, because that drone can accelerate faster upwards than the
bird can.
If you want to come down, that bird's going to outpace you every single time.
Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah.
But
so one of the places I go fly is my neighbor's got a huge pond. It's called Bryce's Pond. And I actually went there I went over there this weekend. And man, there isn't any water in it right now. We're in a dry period of time, and this thing's acres big. That's how big it is.
Oh, wow.
And but there's ospreys there, and so one reason why I wanted this drone was to catch some wildlife. But I am worried about the ospreys, coming after it. So
even though you do have a pretty decent sized drone, that osprey is gonna.
I heard they're aggressive and they will come after it. So. Now, I can tell you I was flying my FPV here at the office, and I'm flying around, and all of a sudden I kind of crashed. I'm like, I do crash, and I don't worry about it. But I'm like, that's a weird crash. And I said, I'm not really where I hit. And I said, I must have hit a limb or something, didn't realize it. And I come out there to go pick it up, and the dang hawk is sitting on top of it.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if he took it out, but he could have been sitting there watching me fly, and when it hit the ground, he jumped down there on top of it. Or he knocked me out of the sky. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Wow. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. I actually bought some of that tape to actually put on mine, but I've also, I've seen so many people say that even with the tape, they've actually had it, but I've also seen many say, just like Bob did, that since they put the tape on, they haven't had any problems. So I mean, I don't know if it's just finding the right group of birds. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've got a lot of ospreys in the area too around here, and
I can tell you, as a young boy, we had fox grapes, and it was a hot day like today or on a summer day. And I ate enough fox grapes that I felt like I was drunk. So, I was probably 12 years old, you know, so they were good.
That's crazy. I've never even heard of them.
Yeah. Man, they're awesome.
Really? Yeah, we got a bunch of ospreys around here, and they're always pretty much near the streams. We got a couple on one on an island not too far from here, and they're always after the stripers and stuff like that, striped bass. And they're just, when they get one, boy, it is so impressive. It really is. They are just a crazy bird, just seriously predator.
I got to tell you, I'm super excited for you guys. I think y'all going to do an excellent show. It's just, you know, I had mixed emotions about stopping my show, but I was getting a lot of pressure from a lot of different places, and you know, so I needed some relief somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm super happy you guys are going to be doing it, because I love this community and everybody in here and stuff like that. And to me, having a place to go is important. So I'm glad to hear you guys are going to carry it on and keep going. So
we're going to give it one hell of a shot, Scott.
Right.
We really are, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, honestly,
Rod's here. All right.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself, because like John and I both have pretty much the same problem, that we need to be doing something more than not. And if I don't have something to do, I'll find something. And I'd rather do something like this and enjoy it while still hanging out than no. So
I agree with you, man, because when there's not a show on, you go turn the TV on. There's nothing to watch on TV. TV doesn't excite me at all. I mean, if I have it on, most of the time it's just to have some kind of, just to hear something, or I don't even, half the time I'm not even listening to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you know, there's these, you know, like, okay, Johnny and them are going to every other Wednesday, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do on the Wednesdays when you guys aren't here? I mean, doggone it.
Yep.
Now, my whole issue is with everything I also do outside of this, late May through the end of October, I'm more locked down than I am during any other time. So like when everybody first met me on here was actually prior to that. So I was on every stream because I had the time to. So I apologize to everybody. I'm not avoiding your streams. I will get on them as soon as I can. But I carved out this time slot because I always made this one like I knew I could absolutely have it. Because Monday evenings I'm usually hanging around extra home anyway. But that's one of the few that I actually had open. So it worked out great. But you know, I hope everyone's enjoyed it. I know we didn't get to cover everything, John. I'm very sorry about that.
Listen, it doesn't matter. Listen, Dusty
blast.
said it. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Dusty said, you know what? It's like Cheers. It's just a place to go for all of us to hang out, you know? Yeah. And hey, it's a different flavor for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
But well, I hope everybody's subscribed, and I hope they hit that thumbs up button. So yes, and even a thumbs down. I'll tell you, they say a thumbs down does you a world of good too. I've never hit a thumbs down before anywhere though. So I thought they only went one way. So you hit it twice, right?
That's it.
Just one time or three times.
Yeah. Well, we don't have an outro yet, so I don't know. We'll come up with something, guys. But again, listen, guys, we really appreciate everybody that subscribed and everybody that shared the channel and just put the word out there. I mean, this comes from the heart. I just really appreciate it. This is just y'all taking us into the community. You know, we haven't been here very long, but God knows you're some great people, and we really appreciate just the friendship and the camaraderie and just We don't know where it's going, but you know what? We're picking up the reins from Scott, and Scott, by all means, listen. If you feel like jumping back in, just let us know. Me and Josh will sit in the back. We'll be guests.
Just one more thing before we go.
Yeah.
I realize if I'm gonna have to be on here again, I'm gonna have to get some Grecian formula and darken things up. Well, I can't believe how white I've gotten, but boy, I see a contrast big time.
And we also should actually say this, not only are we doing the show, but we're also putting together something in September, aren't we, John?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, there's something else we got going on up there. The New England Drone Meetup. It's going to be the first annual. And guys, honestly, I'm excited. I mean, I only live probably an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and I'm really excited because there's so many different places to fly in Rhode Island. It's going to be amazing. Josh and I and Steve Janess, we've got it all together. We've got it mapped out. So literally, we're going to be able to drop you guys a link, and you could just go to the spots on your own. Go to wherever you want, whenever you want. We've got a meetup Saturday morning for the main spot, and Friday night we're doing a meetup at Cheers, not at Cheers, at Snookers. We're going to be at Snookers, and it's a billiard hall and restaurant bar setup, and we're going to just do the meet and greet, just like South Florida Drone Meetup.
Will Norm be there?
Be really good.
I want to meet Norm.
Norm's supposed to be there, but I have not heard just yet. It hasn't confirmed.
I heard he passed away too. I hate to tell you.
You might need to resurrect him there. So, Scott, if you can find him, go ahead.
Yeah.
How about Warren? Will Warren be there?
Well, you know what? It's quite possible. It's quite possible. Hey, Jeremy. Good afternoon. Good evening.
And yes,
thanks for throwing the link up there, man. I appreciate it.
Anybody who needs any merch, Jeremy's doing an amazing job with it. Click on that link, grab it. Prices are fantastic. So
yeah.
But
yeah, he's killing it. He really is.
Thanks, Warren. Yeah. Warren says the outro ought to be kill the rabbit.
But yeah, I don't want to step on Philip's show.
Right.
Yeah. So I would just also like to thank everybody. Thank you so much for coming here, joining in with us, bearing through all of our
technical difficulties,
non-issues, whatever. But I think it went great today. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
guys,
everybody.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Cheers, everybody.